Alright, as you look at Iran, how America is setting them up, okay? A saboteur, a sabotage, sabot, is when the old shoemakers in the Netherlands used to throw their shoes into the automatic machines to sabotage them in order to make them still of worth, because they didn't want to be replaced by the machine. That is where the word sabotage is derived from, sabot. Now, if you look at what the U.S. government is doing to Iran, they're putting pressure on them, giving them sanctions, and they may be staging events, such as the students rushing the British embassy and the residents' homes. The ambassador's home, the ambassador's residence in Iran. Now, also, as well as the spies being captured there, and the release of the spies. All these events are made to bring about what Rothschild wants. Give me control of a nation's capital, and I care not who makes the laws. They want what Iran has. They want their oil reserves. They want their bank. They want everything that is of a large profit. They want to control both sides and make deals with the criminals and tax them as well and control them and suck them up as well into this whirlwind of illuminati betrayal. Now, what you see here is the same thing as my psychiatry. That's why this is part of the psychiatry video, because they're trying to control the people, control the emotions of the people, control the state of mind, because they know what they are putting behind bars isn't a mental disorder. It's a state of mind. If you're a criminal, it's a state of mind. That's why they try to use lobotomies to cure criminality, which is a state of mind, not a mental disorder. Now, if you look at the definition of a state of mind from thefreedictionary.com, a state of mind is a temporary psychological state, okay? Temporary state, a state that continues for a limited time. Now, conscious, an alert cognitive state in which you are aware of yourself and your situation. So, you're conscious, you're in this state of mind, and you know why you're mad. There's no question why you're mad. You know what you're doing, okay? That is what they want to chop up and confuse that with this, a mental illness. It's a noun, being used as a noun. Any of various conditions characterized by impairment of an individual's normal cognitive, emotional, or behavioral functioning and caused by social, psychological, biochemical, genetic, or other factors, such as infection or head trauma. So, they're going to beat you up while you're behaving a way that you're not supposed to, like they do the protesters, causing head trauma, which causes a real mental illness. They're going to grab you for not behaving the way you want because the state of mind society induced upon you, because the state of mind society induced within you. They're going to lock you up in an institution, give you pills that cause mental illness because they're chemical pills. They're biochemical pills. It's biological warfare on those who would protest or those who practice deviant behavior. Those who deviate away from the norm. The control. They say you're going to fit in one of these neat little categories, or you're deviating away from the path the Illuminati has set forth. Not what Jesus said. Because if you're following the book, it's not doing what the government is doing. So, it goes on to say that insanity is relatively permanent disorder of the mind. Psychosis, any severe mental disorder in which contact with reality is lost or highly distorted. So what is the key? It is your perception of reality. So if your perception of reality isn't the same as the psychiatrist, then you have a mental illness according to him. And furthermore, if the psychiatrist can't perceive that your perception is reasonable, then you have a mental illness. So this is why bipolar disorder is not a mental illness, not a mental disorder by definition. Because a mental illness, as I said before, is an impairment of an individual's normal cognitive, emotional, or behavioral functioning. Okay? It's an impairment of the normal functioning. That is a factual statement. But who is impaired by how they're behaving? Now we've gone into the realm of theory. an opinion. A Republican has one opinion. A Democrat has one opinion. Okay? A capitalist has one opinion. A communist has one opinion. According to a Republican, a Democrat isn't reasonable. According to a communist, a capitalist isn't reasonable. Would they label the other one as having a mental illness and put him behind bars? Sure, if they could. But is the problem that doesn't match up a state of mind? But if you label it that, then you cannot force your agenda upon the person. So you have to label it a mental illness. And if your agenda includes eugenics and population control, then you're going to label a mental illness and give them the pills that cause a real mental illness. And your profits go up exponentially as the person's disorders continue, possibly exponentially. But they don't have to for your profit to go up exponentially. Because all you need is a little bit to work with, and you can prescribe whatever sick, eugenics, devil pill you want. Sabotage, saboteurs, psychiatric control of the masses, state of mind, mental disorder. Understand the difference. Understand that respect does not equal control. But in the minds of the sick, in the minds of the wicked, it does. Like police officers, judges, psychiatrists, the corrupt ones, and people that would sabotage my videos and try to discredit everything I say, even get my videos banned.